Hi, welcome to lesson 2 in our Spinal Health Yoga course. This lesson is all about creating strength and flexibility at the same time within the postures that we're going to be doing. So we're going to work with the cat and the tiger posture. And what I want you to focus on is using your core strength whilst you're moving your spine and really feel into the movement of your spine. Just getting to know your spine a little bit more and working with the areas that you feel maybe aren't as flexible as the other areas. As usual, take care of your back throughout the lesson, and I hope you enjoy. We're going to continue now with some lovely movements to release the spine. We'll do some on the floor first of all, and then we'll come to standing. So if you take your arms out to shoulder height, and then draw your knees up. And we're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just drop your knees down to one side and allow your head to turn to the other side. Now you may want to put a cushion under your knees, and if your shoulders are tight doing this, you might want to just bring your hand and rest it on your shoulder like this. And then we're just going to breathe into your back, still allowing your back to open. We don't need to rush with these movements. And then when you're ready, we're going to draw the abdominal muscles back to the spine. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, dropping down. So this is where you'll really feel the benefit of having your hand here if it's too tight for your shoulders. Just breathing in, just letting the whole of your back open. Core is engaged, abdominal muscles drawn back, lift up, exhale, dropping down. Core muscles engaged, final time, over to the opposite side, just dropping your head down. Lovely. And then bringing your knees up, just take hold of the knees. We're just going to circle them round. Breathing in as you draw the knees towards you, breathing out as you lower. And I'll just change my chin, so just bringing your chin slightly toward your chest so you've got that length through your spine. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. And then just drawing the knees together, chin to your chest. Just breathe in and feel that length through the whole of your spine. Up your knees, feet, to the floor, rolling over, coming up to a standing position. Okay. So from here, we're going to start to work into your shoulders now. So you're just going to start with bringing your shoulder up and then letting your arm drop. So it's just sort of, you take your arm up and let it drop down. Take your other arm up and let it drop down. And what happens is you get this lovely stretch that I'm sure you can feel through your hips. And then we're going to start to let the hand drop away from your arm, from your leg, and get the anatomy right. And just start to add a bit of a knee bend. Don't worry about getting this movement right or wrong. Just see what flows for you. And just start to lift through your elbows. Now, if you do have any shoulder issues, you might just keep your arms a little bit lower and just work for what feels right for your shoulders. And then if your shoulders are happy, just starting to raise your arm up. And just imagine that you're holding a pencil and you're drawing really big circles now. You can have the breath if that suits you, where you breathe in, breathe out, in and out. And then just starting to make that movement that little bit slower. And coming back with your elbows. And then back with your shoulders. And then just letting your arms relax down, just giving your arms and legs a shake. And then we're going to come into a twisting movement. So your feet are probably just a bit wider than hip width apart for this movement. Core is slightly engaged, and you're just going to start to, it's literally just turning your hips one way and the other, and just allow your arms to be really soft and relaxed. So this movement is brilliant if you get any sort of tightness in your back from doing other activities that you've been at, you know, for a long walk, or you've been cycling or swimming, gardening, running. It's really good just to let your back loosen out again. And then taking your feet that little bit wider, we're back into our twisting. And as you turn to the right, raise your left heel. Turn to the left, you raise your right heel, and just keeping your arms down at hip height for now. And then bringing your arms up to the middle of your spine, and you can just allow your back arm to wrap around your waist. And then starting to tap into your shoulders. I'm just going to sort of soften into my knees as I transition over from one side to the other. Feel free to do that if that feels good for you. I really love this back twist. It's so good. I think I add this movement into every single class that I teach. And then starting to bring your arms back down again, around the middle of your back. So can you feel into your spine as you lower your arms, the different parts of your spine that you're working into. And then just letting yourself naturally slow down. And come to a standstill. So let's give the sides of your body now a really good stretch. Your feet are hip width apart, core is engaged. As you breathe out, take the right palm under the navel and your left palm faces forwards. Just resting your hand on your belly. Going to inhale, raise up, bring your hand above the crown of the head. Lengthen through. Exhale, and you're literally just letting the right side of your body relax down rather than trying to stretch through the left side. And then we lift up. Let your arms switch around as though you're holding a big beach ball. Lengthen through. Soften down. And then we're going to add the breath. So you're going to inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch over. Just breathing normally here. Please don't forget to breathe. And then you lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out. Stretch over. So there's a shortened version of these movements that we're doing, which is in the free videos. Just letting your hands now come down. It's in the free videos. It's called 4 Ways to Move Your Spine. It's just a 10-minute video that moves your spine in all directions. So do feel free to do that if you're short on time. So this next move, I'm going to come on my side so you can see the move. Please stay facing forwards. We're going to sink down into the knees. Start to lengthen through your abdomen. Lifting through the sternum, gentle back bend, not dropping the neck too far, just let it be an extension of your spine. And then we're going to lift up and come into a tabletop back, so a flat back, knees are soft. Just lengthen out through your lower back. Feels so good. I love these movements. Bend into your knees, draw your abdominal muscles in, uncurl. Gentle back bend. Lift up. And then this time we're going to come a little bit lower if you just want to rest your hands down. Not quite come into our full capacity. We bend into the knees, uncurl, hands into the small of your back. Gentle back bend. And then final time, just relaxing your hands down there, maybe on your knees, on your shins, just wherever is your full extension. Remembering if you have sciatica to just rest your hands on your knees and keep in the flat back position. Crown drops towards the floor. And then my abdominal muscles pull back, so engage in your core. Chin to chest, we're going to slowly uncurl and just take the shoulders back. Taking a couple of breaths here. And then our final movement to really get some flowing, feeling through your spine, just to loosen the whole of your back. We're going to bring our hands into front of the heart. And then we're just going to start to make the shape of a figure 8 on its side. And your feet can move wherever for this movement. You don't have to have your feet in a static position. And just making that figure 8 to start with. So you're holding this lovely ball of light, of warmth, that you're just moving around. And then starting to just work with what feels right for you. So you can move yourself in any direction. You can raise your arms above your head. You can bring your arms down, making sure that you use your core to come back up. Turn to the side. So just close your eyes for this movement and feel into how your back wants to loosen up. That's it. You can slow it down if you wish. Nice to move up into your shoulders. Travel down, just release my lower back. And then engaging the core as I come up. Start to slow the movement down, whatever position you're in. Bringing movement back through your heart center. So each time you travel across with your hands, add more light and warmth to your heart. It's comfortable to close your eyes. Keep the movement going, making the figure of 8 smaller and smaller. Holding a beautiful ball of light. Filling your heart. And then when you're ready, just placing one hand then the other onto your heart. Breathing that light into your heart, into your body. The intention that you're drawing in all the nourishment that you need for yourself at the very deepest level. Right? Letting your breath settle. Beautiful. And allowing your hands to relax by your side when you're ready. Okay, so we'll start to look at some core stability exercises now that we need to do to start to strengthen your spine. Okay, so the exercises that we're going to do, we're going to start by coming onto your back. So if you just come to lying down, we're just going to start to feel into the core muscles. So you can have your feet flat on the mat, just resting your arms, and just finding some length through your spine by bringing your chin towards your chest. And then taking your focus, just take your focus to your core, the pelvic floor muscles. So if you draw your awareness into the muscles of the pelvic floor, just take your focus there. Now, depending on how strong your core is, you may or may not feel these muscles. So don't worry too much if you don't. We can work with the abdominal muscles instead. So what we're going to do is take our awareness down to the pelvic floor, the muscles of the pelvic floor. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, draw the muscles of the pelvic floor up into your body. Now, the best way to describe this is it's like you're trying to stop yourself from going to the loo. It's the best way to describe it. Everybody sort of connects with that. And you're just going to keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Hope you're still breathing. And just hold these muscles. Now, you may notice that you get some tightening of your abdominal muscles as well. And then you're going to release. So we're going to take a breath in, and as you breathe out, it's on the out breath, draw the muscles of the pelvic floor and see if you can start to feel into the lumbar multifidus muscles. Oh, I've done it wrong, haven't I? Okay, cut all of that. I'm going to have to start this again because the transverse abdominis are at the front and the lumbar multifidus muscles are at the back. Okay. So we're going to start from the core stability exercises. Okay, so we're going to start doing some exercises now to oh no, we need to start from the beginning, don't we? Okay, we're going to start from the beginning. Okay, we're going to start to work with strengthening our core muscles now. So I just want to talk a little bit about the core muscles, first of all, where they are and what they do, so that you know and you can relate to them in your yoga practice. So our core muscles are the muscles of the pelvic floor that run underneath your body. You've got the transverse abdominis that run across this part of your lower abdomen, and then you've got the lumbar multifidus, which are at the very lowest part of your back. So these three sets of muscles together make up your core strength in your body. And it's really important to use your core strength in your body rather than having your other back muscles compensating for not using your core strength, because that's when you start to get strains and pulls and injuries in your back when you're not using your core muscles as much. Now, the good news about your core muscles is that you can train them, and they are quite easily trained. And eventually I've had students that will say, oh yeah, my core engages now, or you go into certain postures, your core engages, or you actually go to do something where you're lifting something and your core muscles will automatically engage. So they'll switch on and start to work for your body. So what we're going to do now, okay, so that's the first section that we're going to have into for each lesson. And then this section now, we're going to go, and you can edit this for lessons 2 and 3. Okay, so we're going to go through some exercises now to actually start to identify where your core muscles are, or just start to engage them if you're already familiar with your core muscles in the first place. So I'm just going to invite you to come down so you're flat on your back. And just finding some length through your spine, maybe just bringing a chin to your chest and pushing your lower back down into the mat, and then relax. And we're going to start to bring our awareness to the muscles of the pelvic floor. So just taking your focus down to that area of your body. And it's on the exhalation that we start to lift the muscles into your body. So we're going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, drawing the muscles up into your body. Hold. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Keep holding. and then release. And then again, taking your awareness to the muscles of the pelvic floor. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, engage. And see if you can feel your abdominal muscles tightening as you do this. Hold and breathe normally. So it's only about 10 or 15% that we actually hold on to your muscles. So just keep in breathing. And then release. And then we'll do that one more time. Take a breath in as you exhale. Hold. And then release. Okay, so what I want to draw your attention to this time is if you can feel the muscles in your back, so the lumbar multifidus muscles right at the lower part of your back on the exhalation. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, just tuning into your lower back, just noticing if you can feel those muscles. It doesn't matter if you can't, it's something that will develop throughout the course. And it might be that you repeat this course a few times as you to help develop your strength. So just keep in breathing and then release. Take a breath in as you exhale, pelvic floor, abdominals, seeing if you can feel into your transverse abdominis, your multifidus, lumbar multifidus muscles at the back. Breathe in normally, just feeling a slight tension, and then release. And we're going to do that one more time. Take a breath in, exhale, engaging abdomen, lower back, pelvic floor. And then release. Great. Okay, so we're going to start to do some strengthening now with these muscles. Just work with, there's 2 exercises we're going to do. Work with what feels right for you. So we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, engaging our core muscles. And then as you breathe in, you're just going to lift and take your hands along the floor. And then you're going to lower down as you breathe out. You're going to exhale, engage your core. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, lower down. Exhale, engage in your core. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, lower down. And your next exhalation, engage in your core. And just keep working with that flow of breath. You always engage your core before you lift. And then you lower. Engage in the core as you exhale. Inhale. So we're going to do that another 4 times in your own time. Always remembering to exhale with your core and then inhale. You raise up. One more time. And then you're going to take your hands on. So this is the next stage. If that was enough for you, then just keep working in that way. Otherwise, we're going to engage the core and lift to your knees. And then you lower down as you exhale. Same principle. Engage the core as you exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So just keeping going with these exercises. Engaging the core. Inhale, lift. So you'll notice that we're not doing anything particularly fast because we want to draw your awareness to making sure that your core is engaged. Keeping going. So we'll do another 3 times. Starting to feel it now. Last time. Brilliant. So what we're going to do now is come on to all fours. We're going to start to just tune into your core muscles whilst you're on all fours. So just bring in your wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And you want to have a nice flat back here. You're going to take a breath in and we're just going to focus on engaging the core muscles again. So you don't want any movement. As you exhale, engaging your core. Just breathing normally. You don't want any movement in your back. And then release. Exhale. Engage in your core. And then release. So we'll just do this another 3 times. So just noticing how this feels in your body. And notice how much looser your body feels as you let go of the muscles. So using our core muscles gives us so much more control over how we move our spine in a really safe way. Final time. And then release. Our next posture, we're going to move into, well, a couple of postures actually, the cat posture and the tiger posture. And both of these postures are fantastic for really helping create a lovely sense of flexibility throughout your spine. And particularly in the tiger posture with also strengthening your spine as well. So we're going to come straight into them. The first alignment points we need to check are that your wrists and shoulders are in alignment and your knees and your hips are in alignment. And we're just going to practice one more time the core stability movement, because it's really important that we practice these movements with our core engaged. So from here, once you get into your alignment, bring your awareness to your core, take a breath in, and as you exhale, just engaging the core muscles, breathe in normally. And you want to do this without moving your spine, so it's just the muscles that you're feeling into, and then release. Okay, so we'll engage our core muscles, then we'll get started into the posture. If you haven't seen this posture before, then maybe you want to watch the movements first and then join in, play the video back and start again with it, so just so that you can watch the movements without sort of straining your head. So we're going to take a breath in as we exhale, engaging the core muscles. And then we're going to start to just bring your awareness to the base of your back and tuck your tailbone in. And then you start to move up from the base of your spine, rounding your back all the way to your head. Take your awareness to the base of your spine. Take your tailbone back, let your abdominal muscles drop down. Let your chest muscles drop down. Start to take your chin away from your chest, lift your shoulders away from your ears. And you lift up. Awareness to the base of your spine. Tucking the tailbone under. Keep the head in the position until you get right to the top of the shoulders, rounding your back off. Head drops down. Awareness to the base of your spine. Tailbone goes back. Dropping down, chest down, chin away from your chest, shoulders away from your ears, lifting up. We're going to start to add the breath in now. So wait until you're ready to exhale. As soon as you start your exhalation, tailbone tucks under, round your back off. As soon as you start your inhalation, tailbone goes back, belly, chest drop to floor, chin away from your chest, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So just keep flowing with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then just bringing your back into a neutral position. Now, if you're finding that your wrists are feeling it now, let's just give the wrists a bit of a shake. Just loosen them out. And you can place your knuckles down onto the floor if you find that your wrists are getting a bit achy. So let's just loosen them up. Give them a stretch. So we'll just pull the fingers back. Give your hand a shake. Opposite hand. Give that a shake. Brilliant. So we come back into the same alignment position. You can have your hands in this position as well. It's too much for your wrists. So this one's a little bit stronger, so see how you go. If it's too much, just stay with the cat posture that we did before. So again, awareness to your core muscles. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we exhale. Awareness to your right leg. You're going to inhale and draw the knee towards the forehead and draw your forehead down towards the knee. As we exhale, take the leg back. Now, you don't want your leg all the way up here so your hips are off alignment. Keep your hips in line. And then we lift the head forward. We're going to inhale. Exhale. Head lifts, chin away from chest, shoulders away from ears. Inhale. Exhale. So really focusing on strengthening your back now. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. And then bringing your knee down to the floor. Awareness over to your left leg. Core is engaged as you exhale. We're going to inhale. Exhale, taking the knee out. So just seeing if you can feel your hips in alignment. We inhale. Exhale. Knee to forehead. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Knee comes down to mat. Dropping down, you may want to put a cushion between the backs of your thighs, the backs of your calves, and just let your hands rest down into restorative child pose. If you want to bring your hands around your ankles, feel free. Just breathing into the whole of your back. And then when you're ready, hands come under your shoulders, pushing back up. Take a few breaths, just feeling the difference in your spine. Maybe feeling a little bit taller. Just notice how you feel. So it's that wonderful time where we get to now relax. So if you want to grab a cushion and a blanket and get yourselves nice and comfortable, I'll guide you into a lovely Savasana position for your relaxation. You may want to have a cushion to put under, or a rolled up towel is probably better if you feel that your lower back is pinching a little bit. Please do use a rolled up towel or a rolled up blanket, and you just place it under your thighs as you let them, so it would be about here as you let them drop. So all you need to do to get really snug is get under your blanket. This is the hard bit, filming the yoga classes but lying down at the same time can be challenging. So get yourself nice and comfy. So I've got my feet just open slightly. Just allow your feet to fall out to the sides. Just lifting the hips and positioning yourself, your hips back down, and maybe finding a bit more length through your spine as you lift through your elbows. You may or may not want a cushion. Some people like a cushion, some people don't. And then relaxing your hands down, palms facing uppermost. Closing your eyes. You may actually want to rest your hands on your belly. Just notice how you feel, what feels right for you. And just starting to allow yourself to sink into the ground. Just feel the earth beneath your body is totally holding you, supporting you. Just letting yourself totally let go. And that just means maybe scanning through your body and seeing if there's anything that you're holding on to. You might be still holding your hands a little bit tight, or your belly feels tight. Just scan through your body. Notice how you feel. And then just for the next couple of breaths, we're just going to, as you breathe in, just push your lower back down into the floor. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, lower back drops down to the floor. Just push it into the mat. Breathe out, release. One more time, pushing your lower back down into the mat. And then breathe out. Release, and just let your whole body relax down now. And then beginning to bring your awareness to your feet. I'm going to start to point the toes away and just stretch through the tops of your feet. And then begin to draw the toes back towards you. And then you're going to point your toes away and just feel that you're stretching through the tops of your feet. And then draw the toes back towards you so you push through your heels and just begin to stretch through the backs of your legs. And then as you breathe out, just allow your feet to fall out to the side. Just let them completely relax. Bringing your awareness into your gluteal muscles. We're going to gently squeeze the muscles. Hold. And then release. I'm going to do that a couple more times just to release any last bits of tension from your lower back. So just beginning to squeeze into the muscles of your spine, into your glutes, feeling that in your lower back. And then as you exhale, release and soften. And then one more time, squeezing into the gluteal muscles, hold, feeling that light tension in your lower back. And then as you let go, really feel that whole tension dropping away from your spine. Just allowing the whole of your spine to soften down onto the mat. Beginning to bring your focus into your belly. You're going to breathe in, feeling your belly expanding. And as you breathe out, drawing the abdominal muscles back towards the spine. Hold and release. And then bringing your focus up into the chest area, into your lungs. We're going to breathe in, really expanding through your lungs. Feeling the upper body opening. And as you breathe out, let your body soften down. Just feel your chest relaxing. I'm going to do that one more time. Take your focus into your spine now as you breathe in. Breathe into your upper back, into your shoulders. And as you breathe out, allow your shoulders to sink down, completely relaxed. Beginning to take your focus into your hands now. And we'll move both hands together. Just going to curl the fingers around the thumb and just take the arms out to the sides. And just hold and squeeze. You might want to turn your arms one way and the other. And then just allow your arms to float down to wherever they were rested, maybe on the abdomen, onto the side, by the side of your body. Just let them rest there. And as you breathe out, just feeling that softness from your shoulders all the way down to the tips of your fingers. And then we're going to start to turn the head from side to side. When you're ready, just easing out any last bits of tension from your neck. Softening down each time you turn. And when you've moved equally on both sides, bring your head back to centre. And whilst keeping your head remaining on the mat, just draw your chin towards your chest so you start to lengthen out through your spine, through the neck. Hold. And then release, just letting your head soften down into your cushion and onto the mat. Awareness coming into the muscles of the face. We're going to gently squeeze the muscles of the face, bringing that tightness into your jaw, your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead, the crown and back of your head. And release. Just feeling that softness through the whole of your head and your face now. Just feeling the top of your head soften down. Feeling your forehead, just relaxing down, that point between your eyebrows, just let it soften as you exhale. Just feeling your eyes resting in their sockets. Feeling your cheeks soften, your jaw softens. The whole of your face has come to a lovely soft space, a really soft feeling in the muscles of your face. And just beginning to take your awareness now, just allow it to drift into the movement of your body with your breathing. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. And just feel the softness of your exhalation. Each time you exhale, just allow your body to become that a little bit lighter, a little bit softer. When you're ready, just allow your awareness to drift into your right foot. Let the breath follow as you take your next in-breath. Draw it down into your right foot, into your right ankle. And as you exhale, just let your foot soften down. The next breath, just draw it down, feel it drifting into your right leg. And as you breathe out, just feel the whole of your right leg and your right ankle, your right foot becoming softer, more relaxed. Allowing your breath to drift into your right hip now. And as you breathe out, just let the whole of your right leg, from your hip to your toes, soften and relax down. And then travelling over to your left side, just let your awareness drift into your left foot, your left ankle. And let your breath follow with your next inhalation, filling each toe, the sole of the foot, the top of the foot, your ankle. Allowing it to relax as you exhale. Letting the breath drift into the whole of your left leg now. Filling that space, and then as you exhale, just let the whole of your left leg become light and soft, allowing the breath to drift into your left hip and feeling that softness from your hip now all the way down to your toes as you exhale. Taking the breath into your abdomen, feeling that expansion and feeling then the softness as you exhale. And then allowing your focus to move into your lower back. And from here, start to notice as you inhale that the breath moves from the base of your back all the way to the top of your neck. And as you exhale, there's a wave of softness that flows down through your spine. We're going to do this a few times. And as you flow back down through your spine each time, see if you can become aware of any tightness that you might want to spend a little bit more time on. So maybe you notice that it doesn't travel as smoothly over certain parts of your back as you breathe out. So allowing your breath to flow from the very base of your back up to the top of your neck. And just softly travelling back down your spine with each exhalation, just letting your spine soften and relax. Just knowing with each breath that you're nourishing the whole of your spine. And with each exhalation, you're giving your spine permission to soften, relax and release any tension. when you're ready, just allow your focus to come to your shoulders. And with your next exhalation, let your arms soften, your hands soften. Your next inhalation, breathing down through the arms into the hands. And as you exhale, allow them to soften. Beginning to take your breath into the chest and the lungs. Breathing in and expanding into this space. And as you breathe out, feel your chest and your lungs softening, relaxing. Breathing into your throat and your neck. Feeling that space soften as you exhale. And then taking your breath from the base of your jaw to the very crown of your head. And as you breathe out, feel this wave of softness down through the crown of your head, through your forehead, your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. And as you next exhale from the crown of the head, feel this wave of softness from the crown of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. And just allow yourself to rest here. Just let your body, your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, just allow them to completely soften and relax. Your awareness back to your breath. If you notice your mind wanders, it's totally fine. Creating space in your thoughts with your in-breath. Softening your whole body, your exhalation. And then when you're ready, I invite you to start to draw your attention back to the movement in your physical body of your breath. Just becoming aware of the rise and fall of the chest. With each inhalation, just allow your body to start to awaken now as you become aware of your physical body as it rests down on the mat. Becoming aware of the back of your head, the backs of your shoulders, the whole of your spine, down through the backs of your legs to your feet, backs of your arms and hands. And breathe into the whole of the back of your body and allow it to energize and awaken now. And then start to let your awareness drift down from the crown of the head through your face, chest, the fronts of your arms, down through your abdomen, down through your legs, to the tops of your feet, into your toes. And just breathe into the front of your body now. Allow it to awaken. Breathe into the sides of your body. Allow the sides of your body to awaken. And then slowly starting to bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. And in your own time, come to roll onto your side. And just let yourself rest there. You might want to draw your knees up a little bit just to ease your back out if you wish. As you roll onto your side. Just taking a couple of breaths here, letting yourself settle. Just preparing to come up to a seated position, so just mentally going through that motion first. And then taking your hands in front of your body, you're going to push up into a comfortable seated position. Just keeping your eyes closed. And once you come into your seated position, just begin to rub your hands together, just getting them nice and warm. And then placing the hands over your eyes. Just let your head rest into your hands. Creating that dark space in your palms as you secure the palms around the eyes and just open the eyes into that space. And slowly letting the light through your fingers as you bring your hands down. Welcome back. Hope you've enjoyed the session and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.